The Govee RGBIC is a product I've researched thoroughly, going through its specs, user feedback, and comparing it against similar products in the category. I want to be upfront that this review is not sponsored by the brand, and the link to purchase will be an affiliate link, meaning I'll earn a commission if you decide to buy it, but at no extra cost to you. My goal is to provide you with a structured, honest assessment of the Govee RGBIC, so you can decide if it's the right fit for you. The Govee RGBIC is a smart table lamp, designed for use in bedrooms, living rooms, or as a nightstand lamp. It's priced in the mid to high tier, typically around $50 to $70, which is competitive with other smart lamps on the market. If you're someone who values the convenience of smart home integration, likes to customize the ambience of your space, and is looking for a lamp that can provide both warm and cool white light, then the Govee RGBIC might be worth considering. If you're someone who appreciates the flexibility of a lamp that can change colors, has multiple scene modes, and can be controlled via voice assistants like Alexa, then this might be the lamp for you. The Govee RGBIC has 64 preset scene modes, which is a lot, and it also has 8 music syncing modes, which can be a fun feature if you like to entertain or relax to music. It's also compatible with SmartThings and Matter, which is great if you're already invested in those ecosystems. In terms of build and box contents, the Govee RGBIC is made of plastic, with a matte finish that looks pretty sleek. It's relatively lightweight, weighing in at around 2 pounds, and it's compact enough to fit on most bedside tables or desks. The box typically includes the lamp itself, a power cord, and a user manual. Some users have reported that the build quality could be better, with some parts feeling a bit flimsy, but overall, it seems to be well constructed. Now, let's talk about real-world use. I've researched how the Govee RGBIC performs in different scenarios, and I want to share some specific examples with you. First, if you're looking for a lamp to use as a bedside reading light, the Govee RGBIC is a great choice. The warm white light is gentle on the eyes, and the adjustable brightness means you can customize it to your liking. Plus, the fact that it's smart means you can turn it on and off with your voice, which is convenient. However, if you're someone who likes to read in bed for hours on end, you might find that the lamp gets a bit warm, which could be a concern. Another scenario where the Govee RGBIC excels is as a party light. The 64 preset scene modes and 8 music syncing modes make it a great addition to any gathering, and the fact that it can change colors and patterns in time with the music is really cool. However, if you're planning a large party with a lot of guests, you might find that the lamp's brightness isn't quite enough to illuminate the whole space. In that case, you might want to consider a more powerful lamp or additional lighting. If you're someone who values energy efficiency, the Govee RGBIC is a good choice. It's typically around 9 watts, which is relatively low, and it's also designed to be energy efficient, which means it won't drive up your electricity bill. However, if you're someone who is very particular about the color accuracy of your lighting, you might find that the Govee RGBIC's colors aren't quite as vibrant as you'd like. Some users have reported that the colors can be a bit washed out, especially at lower brightness levels. Finally, if you're someone who is looking for a lamp to use in a home office or study, the Govee RGBIC might not be the best choice. While it's a great lamp, it's not designed to provide focused task lighting, and the color temperature might not be suitable for reading or working for long periods. In that case, you might want to consider a lamp that's specifically designed for task lighting. Now, let's talk about some of the weaknesses of the Govee RGBIC. One of the main concerns is that it's not the cheapest lamp on the market, and some users might find that the price isn't justified by the features. Additionally, some users have reported that the lamp's connectivity can be a bit spotty, especially if you're using it with a smart home hub. Finally, the lamp's build quality, while generally good, might not be the best, and some users have reported that the plastic can feel a bit cheap. It's worth noting that the price of the Govee RGBIC can fluctuate, so I recommend checking the affiliate link in the description for the current price. In terms of value, it's generally around $50 to $70, which is competitive with other smart lamps on the market. However, if you're someone who is on a very tight budget, you might find that the Govee RGBIC is a bit out of your price range. In my verdict, the Govee RGBIC is suited for two specific types of buyers. First, if you're someone who values smart home integration and wants a lamp that can be controlled via voice assistants, then this is a great choice. Second, if you're someone who likes to customize the ambience of your space and appreciates the flexibility of a lamp with multiple scene modes, then the Govee RGBIC is a good fit. On the other hand, if you're someone who is looking for a super cheap lamp or is very particular about color accuracy, you might want to look elsewhere. If you're the right buyer for the Govee RGBIC, I want to encourage you to feel